Boop, boom, boop, boom. Yes, I am very much alive. Hi, I'm Michelle, and if you're new here, this is Diaz on Deck Travel. Welcome to the channel, and I hope you find this information helpful and enjoyable. Well, let me tell you a funny story and a lesson learned. It was about a year or so ago. I was on the Carnival Mardi Gras, which, is one of my favorite ships, XL class, of course. And, we went to the port, we boarded, everything was super smooth. And then it was time for the rooms to be open, usually around 1:30. And so we headed to our room, and our bags were already sitting in the hallway. So we thought, oh, let's unpack a little bit. The room steward, they will come, introduce themselves to you at that time, find out what your needs are, whether you want morning or evening, housekeeping, just anything that they can do to make your cruise a little bit more comfortable. Well, so that didn't happen for us. We were in the room. We were there for about an hour, unpacking, looking up and down the hallways. No sign of any room stewards. Okay, it is a big ship, so I'm sure they were still busy cleaning rooms. But so anyway, we decided we're going to go up to the deck party, grab a bite to eat, and all of that. And so we hang the snoozing sign on the door, not thinking anything of it. So we come back after a few hours. Now it's time to get dressed for dinner, and we're going to be showering and doing all of that. So we don't really want to, knock, knock, knock and have to stop in the middle of that. So we get all dressed and ready for dinner, and we put the sign back on the door, figuring, we'll meet our room steward later. Okay. And meanwhile, looking down the hallways, no carts, no stewards, no nothing. Which is fine. We're really simple people when we cruise. Me and my travel partner, we require very little, maybe an extra pillow here or there, but we had plenty of towels. Everything in the room was great. So we just went on our merry way. The next day, we wake up early, go get coffee, and we're like, oh, we don't need anything. Boop, we hang the snoozing sign on the door. So, we're out and about enjoying the pool, or maybe we were on an excursion. I don't even really recall what the activities of that day were. But we came back to the room, still didn't see any room steward, no cart. And, if we really needed them bad enough, we could have just called the housekeeping number and they would have come with whatever we needed. But, like I said, we really didn't need anything. So this goes on for about 2 or 3 days, and we just keep hanging the sign on. And I think it was about the 3rd or 4th day, we are in the grand atrium. It's not really an atrium anymore, but in the grand theater. And we had just finished watching an awesome show. And I believe it was Voodoo Moon. So if you haven't been on that ship and seen that show, definitely make a point to see it. And, we're about to leave, and I start noticing, in this grand area, there's about 5 or 6 different ways you can exit. You can exit off to the sides, you can exit by the bar, or you can exit via the coffee shop, the Java Blue area. So we start proceeding to leave, and before we left, I noticed, that's interesting. They have security posted at every exit, but I didn't think anything of it. So we start walking, and the next thing I know, we are swarmed by security, and they start asking, are you so-and-so? And, and they really didn't want to talk to me. They kind of just wanted to talk to my travel partner, which we thought was funny. We're not sure why, but, they just kind of like pushed me to the side, or just kind of, didn't want to engage with me. And they wanted to make sure, they asked him if everything was okay. Like, I don't know what they thought was happening or what I was doing to this man, but it was kind of funny. And so we come to find out that the room steward had told security that he hadn't seen us for 4 days, and he was concerned. So one, I do respect that they respected our privacy and did not come in the room when the sign was on the door. But it was just kind of funny. I mean, they must have seen that we were using our sail and sign card, and that's probably how they found us at the theater. So, he gets on his radio and he radios, yep, they're alive. I found them at the show. And we're like, what is going on? And he goes, your room steward's been looking for you for 4 days. And I said, well, you know what? Let him know we've been looking for him too, because we need some stuff now. So we had a good chuckle about it, and so did security. But guys, do not leave your do not disturb or snoozing sign on your door too long, because it does happen. People do pass away on cruises, and they're trying to respect your privacy, but definitely make contact with your room steward so that you don't run into this, situation. Well, I hope you found that information enjoyable and a little bit funny. And I hope you will continue to follow, like, subscribe, and comment. Have you ever had anything like that happen to you because they thought you were dead? I would love to hear your comments. And remember, I will see you on deck. Bye for now.